Ladies and gentlemen, I just messed up. I'm gonna announce this first. Next week, well, I'm gonna start doing some. I'm gonna try to start doing some giveaways. Like next week, I will be doing this week and next week. I will be doing a giveaway. Best person that can give me their opinion, or the best opinion on Ryback's Twitter, what you think about it, what you've heard about it, will win this. It's a battle pack for Battlefield 4. I don't have Battlefield 4. Do y'all plan on getting it? No, I don't. Because to me it's just like another Call of Duty, just a little bit more realistic. Next week, win better. Next week I will also be doing a giveaway. And why do I have my phone out for this? Because it's in my phone. I got the codes in my phone. I will be giving away 2 free months of Xbox Live Gold. Okay. On the night Batista returns, we will find out who wins this, and we will be giving that away. So, but tonight we had the Raw review. Okay. I've recorded this once. I messed it up, so it's my fault. We had Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan versus the Usos. Now, at one point in this match, Bryan was in it for quite a while, and the referee calls for a tag, even though no physical contact was made between Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. Bryan was on the side closest to us in the left-hand corner. Bray Wyatt was on the other side of the ring on the left-hand corner. No tag was ever made. And all of a sudden the referee goes, "Tag!" And Bray Wyatt comes in. Tells Bryan to get out of the ring. No tag was ever made. Excuse me, ref. We want Bryan in the match. He never tagged out, never tagged in. I mean, come on. Do your job right. I'm not gonna rant about that, but it's a mistake. You can't. I look for stuff like this sometimes. When I watch a movie, I watch it just so to watch it. Second time I watch it, I see there's any mistakes in the movie. Like, I'll give you an example. In The World Is Not Enough, James Bond movie. It's back when Pierce Brosnan was James Bond. There's a boat scene where he's chasing the person in front of him. If you watch the missiles, he launches the top missile, okay? Then it cuts back to the boat, and the top missile is back, but the bottom missile is gone. Like he launched the bottom missile, not the top missile. And I've seen that movie like 50 times, and I've noticed it every freaking time. The Usos won this match, by the way, off of a DQ because Luke Harper and Eric Rowan ran in and decided to attack the Usos. After all that, Bryan sacrifices himself and gets a kiss from Sister Abigail. We then had Damien Sandow versus John Cena. Now John Cena won this match. Okay. Normally at the beginning of Raw we have a big segment for like what's supposed to happen for the night. But here's the thing. Tonight was all about wrestling matches. And that's another thing. You guys know I write notes down for Raw and SmackDown or whatever I watch. Okay? Going on 2 pages today. My past couple of weeks has been on 4 pages. I mean, I write not big and not small. I write in the middle, but it was all about matches tonight. The matches were way better than the segments they had. It's like the matches spoke louder words than anything else. And it's probably Batista said, I want the week prior to be nothing but matches before I return. I don't want it to be people sitting in the ring talking, and I want wrestling to be what it is, back to wrestling. When I return, that's how it's going to be. And to be honest with you, I hope that's what he said. Whew. Clear that off my chest. We then have Kane. He was looking at what looked like a contract, I guess, for John Cena versus Randy Orton. And Maddox asked him about how the first two matches were. He says, they were good, but there's now chaos between the Wyatts and the Usos and Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. So Maddox says, okay, well, I got a solution to that. Why don't we lock both teams inside the steel cage? Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt versus the Usos inside the steel cage. Sounds reasonable enough. But Kane says, okay, I will do you one better. How about we do them in a steel cage with a padlock on the door, and I'm the only one who has the key. It happens. For the main event, though. Sorry, you guys got to wait for that part. Because what happened at the end of that was fantastic. We then had Big Show versus Jack Swagger. Okay. Now, Jack Swagger did lose this match. Zeb Coulter got knocked out after the match. Big Show won this match with great ease. It was like a squash match. He's got to get ready for Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Oh, you didn't hear? You didn't hear about the Royal Rumble match between Brock Lesnar and Big Show? I told you it was going to happen. This is why you guys should start telling your friends, start telling your enemies, start telling people you love, people you don't love, anyone, about my shows. And then they can join in these giveaways that I will do sometimes. They can start joining in these Battlefield 4 giveaways. I can start doing, which this is the only one I want to do. Giveaways will be my future. Gameplays, storylines will be my future. I'm telling you people, it's happening. It's 2014. It's a new year. And as Punk said last year, we're going to live the revolution. We're going to live the evolution of my channel growing. It's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, and it's going to be better than ever before. This year's the year that my channel gets big. Now I know what you're thinking. Why in the heck is your face like that? Why is this side dark? Why is this side light? I've got my 32-inch going with WWE 2K14 plan. If I turn this right, you can see it right down my belt. Okay. The Rock just beat freaking Dean Ambrose. And yes, I do have the Legends pack, because I've got the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan in an Extreme Rules match on SmackDown. Where were we? Oh yeah, we were on a 6-man tag team match. This 6-man tag team match was the New Age Outlaws and CM Punk versus The Shield. Oh, you didn't know? But unfortunately, The Shield win. Now, Roman Reigns impresses me every week he wrestles. And, give me a second. I gotta text a friend. He keeps texting me and wants to play with some Black Ops 2. You never know. You might meet this guy one day. But where was I? Oh yeah. 6-man tag match. Roman Reigns impresses me every week he wrestles. He always does some kind of new move. Well, this week, CM Punk was leaning against ropes like he was about to get a 619. Roman Reigns gets out of the ring, runs and does a drop kick to the side of CM Punk's face, and he hit him so hard you could hear the thud come off of this drop kick. And it was a double-legged, like his feet were like this, and he just went pop, just nailed him like right in the face. This was a good match. Now, I would recommend watching this match because of what happens near the end. Okay. After that happened, Punk was in the ring for the longest time, and he was teaming with the New Age Outlaws, like I said. But he then proceeds to tag in one of the New Age Outlaws. I want to say it was Billy Gunn, and they walk out. I said last week, Punk versus Triple H, WrestleMania 30. Seems like all of Triple H's friends are turning their backs on someone, whether it's Daniel Bryan with HBK at Hell in a Cell, whether it's the New Age Outlaws and this tag team match that they just had with CM Punk, whether it's when Triple H punched CM Punk in the face at the contract signing for the match at TLC. Maybe even Batista will attack someone who's a friend of Punk's, like, let's say, I don't know, Kofi Kingston or something. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe it won't. But the fact of the matter is, it's going to be Punk versus Triple H at WrestleMania. Who's going to win? I don't know. Maybe that's where the Authority dies. After the match, Roman Reigns wanted to powerbomb CM Punk. And they all get in the ring and they powerbomb, because there was no one who ran out to go help CM Punk. We then had Bray Wyatt preaching to Daniel Bryan about how he claims he was born in a steel cage, how steel cage matches are his thing. Well, apparently over the past couple of weeks, they've actually been having Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt inside steel cage matches. And I guess they thought, well, what the hell? Let's just take it to Raw, see how it goes. And it was really good. The cage match for the main event was a really good match. The Funkadactyls then went up against AJ and Tamina. There's nothing much to say about this match. AJ and Tamina won this match. Hands down, they won this match. We then had Orton, who was looking for the Authority, and he doesn't find him because the Authority wasn't there tonight. But during the commercials of this, they had a Batista commercial. And like it says, oh, actually, wait, that would be next. No, yeah, that would actually be later. That's commercial. I'll go to that when it goes over. He doesn't find the Authority, but he finds Kane, and Kane says that you're going to be in the match against Kofi Kingston. So that match happens next, but they also had their first inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. To me, it's who better? Who better than a man who, what's something nice to say about him? Well, one, he paints his face up like Jeff Hardy. Two, he was in this most recent WWE 2K14 video game. He is a legend. And he's the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior has been inducted into the 2014 Hall of Fame. The Ultimate Warrior has been thinking about accepting this 2014 Hall of Fame since SummerSlam. had a backup plan. They said if the Ultimate Warrior says no for this year, that they were going to induct DX, which they still might. If they do a team for this year, I hope it's DX. But that was going to be their backup plan. One of their biggest names for this year is not the Ultimate Warrior. It's none other than the Dead Man himself. A man we have not seen since the SmackDown after WrestleMania. The man who I loved as the American Badass. He was probably my favorite Undertaker. Oh, well, that would give it away. The Undertaker is the biggest name, biggest rumored name to be this year's biggest inductee into the 2014 Hall of Fame. And they're saying the year he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame is the year he loses to whoever he goes against at WrestleMania. But no one knows who the hell he's going against at WrestleMania. Everyone's saying it's Brock Lesnar. Well, I'm saying it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus The Rock. Everyone's saying it's The Rock. Like I said, it's going to be probably Brock Lesnar versus The Rock. No one knows. Some are saying it's probably going to be Daniel Bryan versus The Undertaker. No one knows who The Undertaker is going against yet. And that's the thing. No one ever knows who The Undertaker is going to go against. We're just going to have to find out. I'm just going to have to find out when everyone else finds out who The Undertaker is going against at WrestleMania. Because no matter what, to me, this is the year that Undertaker loses. He came close last year to CM Punk. And it's not CM Punk or Triple H this year. It's not Big Show. Well, take that back. It may very well could be Big Show. But I don't know. Could be Big Show versus Ryback this year, too. And that's the big plans for the Hall of Fame. Is the biggest name of the year. The biggest name to me, well, ever, is Undertaker. We then had a Paul Heyman interview about Brock Lesnar's match against Big Show at Royal Rumble. It was really nothing much said. All he said was, Brock Lesnar is the #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And he's going to beat whoever's the champion after the Royal Rumble. Whether he's got to go through Big Show. But he says that Brock Lesnar is going to win no matter what. I just dumbed it down. Okay. We then had Orton versus Kofi Kingston. And Kofi Kingston got an upset win here. Now, Randy Orton was shocked and stunned at the end of this match because he SOS'd him and got the 1-2-3. Or Kofi SOS'd him and got the 1-2-3. After the match, Orton threw a temper tantrum and he saw John Cena's dad in Providence, Rhode Island, in the crowd, sitting front row. And as he was losing control, he sits there and just nails one shot, punches John Cena's dad right in the face. And then he goes back for maybe 3 more shots. And apparently John Cena's dad has suffered from a fractured orbital socket, which is something like to do with your eye. I don't know if it's the bone around your eye, or a bone in your eye, or what. But, because I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. But I know it's something to do with your eyes. The bone around your eyes. Your orbital socket is like somewhere in here. But it's kind of like back when they had No Way Out of Texas, back in, I think it was 95, I think. They had Kane versus Vader. And Kane, I don't think it was Kane, well, it was someone. I think it was Kane, though. Took a pipe and just nails Vader right in the face with it, and he suffered from a fractured orbital socket. We then had the Rhodes Dynasty versus Ryback. And speaking of Ryback, he's on my screen right now. Thanks, buddy. Now get off my screen. Anyway, when Ryback was making his way to the ring with Curtis Axel, he was near the ring, and he does this. He like Why did he do that? Okay. This might be a long rant, so I'm taking this title and putting it right there. Ryback has been going on a Twitter rant all weekend long, and WWE mentioned it, and he hasn't. It's true. But here's the thing. Ryback told WWE none of it that was said on there was true because he claims his Twitter got hacked. Okay. Here's what he said. He said he's thanking everyone who helped him out for his movie coming out in the summer. He's thanking everyone for supporting him because he's quitting wrestling. And after that one right there, he deletes his Twitter account and never heard from him again. Except for, well, never heard from him again on Twitter, that is. He says his Twitter got hacked. People's Twitter have gotten hacked, and then they've had to remake it. Like someone, I think like Jeff Hardy's got it hacked one time, or someone's in WWE got hacked one time too. A bunch of people in TNA got hacked, but they had to go remake theirs. Okay, there's this guy. I guess I'm going to say it's a hacker. Has basically ruined Ryback right now. He's saying that Ryback's quitting. He said that Ryback's doing a movie, which he's not. He's said that Ryback wants nothing to do with WWE anymore. Which, that one right there wouldn't surprise me due to the simple fact that Vince McMahon is not too happy with Ryback. But Ryback's Twitter is what I want y'all's opinion on. And that's where my first contest comes in. Whoever gives me their best opinion on Ryback's Twitter, and I want you guys to go do some research on this. What you guys think about it. To me, whoever has the best opinion next week will win this. And I'm already going to introduce a contest for next week. Next week's contest for the 2 free months of Xbox Live will be whoever gives me the best road or the best idea for Batista after he returns. Okay, whether you think he's going to be champion, whether you think he's not going to be champion, how long is it going to be until he turns heel, how long is it going to be before he becomes champion, who is he going to beat for the championship, do you think he's going to win the Royal Rumble, do you think he's going to have a match at WrestleMania? I want to know your plans for the next 2 years. 2 years of Batista. Because that's how long his contract is right now. It's 2 years. It's not just until WrestleMania. It's 2 freaking years, people. I want to know your plans for the next 2 years for Batista. The following week, I will give away the 2 codes that are on this phone for 2 free months of Xbox Live. 2 free Xbox Live Gold months. And there's your contests. This week is Ryback's Twitter. Next week is the next 2 years of Batista. Who do you think he's going to wrestle? Who do you think he's going to beat? When do you think he's going to win a title again? If he wins a title again. Because he's calling this his final run. And in your final run, you gotta win this championship somewhere. We then had Mysterio versus Del Rio. I was just speaking about Batista, right? Speaking of Batista, they showed a fantastic video package for Batista's return next week. And here's what it says. It says, in 2002, the Animal was born, or was designed. In 2005, the Animal evolved. Basically saying that he won his first world championship against my man Triple H at WrestleMania 21, which was a fantastic match. In 2010, Batista was gone, or the animal was gone. And nearly 4 years later, the animal returns. If you remember how Batista originally left, it was after an I Quit match with John Cena. And he quit because it was his contract that he had issues with. He couldn't come to a great negotiation, so he just quit. And that's what happened to Batista back in 2010. Because remember, he was in that wheelchair. And Batista has done great things in the WWE. He's gone against the streak, but he's lost. WrestleMania 23. He's been injured. He's won countless numbers of titles. He's been to several WrestleManias. Like his first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 21. 22 he didn't compete at because he was injured. 23 he competed at. 24 he didn't compete at. 25 he wasn't even. I don't even think he was there for 25. 26 he competed against John Cena. 27 he wasn't there. 28 he wasn't there. 29 we all know he wasn't there. But 30 he will be there. And Batista will run roughshod over everyone. And his first rival is none other than the man who beat Rey Mysterio tonight, Alberto Del Rio. And they're having a big Twitter war going on. Batista wants to know who in the hell, first of all, who in the hell Alberto Del Rio is. I love doing this. I love this so much. And you guys make it fun for me because you guys watch this stuff. We then had Punk looking for the Authority. Kane says, the Authority's not here. I'm in charge. And he wants to know what's up with the New Age Outlaws. Why did they do what they did? And I'm telling you right now, it's like I said last week. It's like I said earlier tonight. CM Punk versus Triple H, WrestleMania 30. It's going to be like this whole best for business, I guess, gimmick versus the best in the world. Okay? And it's going to show you probably all of these people who've friends of the Authority, like Shawn Michaels, New Age Outlaws, turning their backs on people that they trained or were friends with, like Shawn Michaels, Hell in a Cell. What did he do? He super kicked Daniel Bryan in the face. Okay? New Age Outlaws just turned their back on CM Punk. Back when they were having the contract signed for the TLC match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Triple H punches CM Punk right in the face for pulling Shawn Michaels away. And then he gets the Sweet Chin Music. He was actually pulling Triple H away. CM Punk was pulling Triple H away, and then he gets the Sweet Chin Music. And that's what I think they're going to show in this package, is basically people who are with the Authority, how they turn their back. But, hey, what are you going to do? It's the Authority. It's Triple H. It's CM Punk. What better? We then had our main event. And our main event was the Steel Cage match with Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt versus the Usos. After the match, Bryan sacrifices himself because they lost. He sacrifices himself, and as Daniel Bryan gives him the kiss, or as Bray Wyatt gives Daniel Bryan the kiss, he then pushes Bray Wyatt away and fights back. And Daniel Bryan came back. It was no longer Daniel Wyatt. It's now Daniel Bryan again. He destroys Bray Wyatt in that cage. Go watch this match. That's 2 matches I'm telling you guys to go watch in the Batista's video package. Go watch the Steel Cage match. It was a great match. Some high-risk moves from 1, a high-risk team, and 2, Daniel Bryan. And the fact that he just basically shreds the boiler room, goes back to his American Dragon, and it was fantastic. He's no longer a Wyatt, but this will probably make it Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt at the Royal Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Raw Review. Remember, contest. Best person to give me their opinion about Ryback's Twitter wins the battle pack next week, or you could do it this week. Best person to give me their next 2-year road for Batista, 2 free months of Xbox Live. Winner will get it sent to your inbox. I will personally send you a message with the codes and everything. If you don't have any of this, and you're like, I didn't get anything from my friend for Christmas, Merry Christmas, here you go. I don't know if you guys have a Zoom thing, so I gotta cover that up. There you go. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas from me to you guys. Or happy birthday if your birthday has been since between Christmas and now. But thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to post your comments. I will pick the best one. And I will see you all next week. And I will see you next Thursday for this for the Royal Rumble prediction night. And I got some pretty good predictions for that day. Thank you all, and I'll see you all for the return of the animal Batista.